Piggly Wiggly. Is it a...
It's one of the oldest self-service grocery stores, and I haven't seen one for years.
You haven't seen a Piggly Wiggly in a while?
No, we had a Piggly Wiggly in Auburn, but that one closed back when I was like 7, 8.
Now, this is called Eastridge, and it probably started 77, 78.
Oh, wow.
And there you can find 2 and 3 generations still here from the first mother moved in, daughter moved in, now grandchildren over there.
So, what kind of people live here?
And it's a low-income
Got it.
housing development. A lot of good people. A lot
Yeah,
of bad
that-
people come through and cause them trouble, but it's just the way it is.
Gotcha.
Horses back there.
So what do most people here do to make a living? If they can?
That live here?
Yeah.
Oh, welfare, disability, all of that.
They have kids.
Yep, have kids. You get a housing allotment.
Depends
Of
on how
about, so you probably pay maybe $50 a month in rent.
Oh my gosh.
You get an energy allowance. Some who work pay a little bit more if you work.
You pay more if you work.
Yeah.
There's no reverse.
So wouldn't people
Not one
just
work.
not want to work?
Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. That's what the system encourages. Okay, I'm gonna show you. For instance, this house coming up, this corner, this girl over here. This is the one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
She had a good job, and her rent went up, so she quit the job.
Oh.
So see, there's no incentive to.
It's a reverse incentive.
Yeah.
They're telling
Well, that's so backwards. Then how do you get these people to work?
maybe the other
In
way.
my opinion, of what Trump is saying, you cut out these programs, you cut back, you cause people to work. Some states are doing a lot to cause people to go to work. Like a lot of states, especially southern states, Arkansas, Alabama, a lot of those have started where if you get food stamps, you have to have a job, or
Apply for one.
or you have to volunteer somewhere 20 hours a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Well, then you actually retain skills. Because if you're just sitting home, you have no
exactly.
skills. You're volunteering, you're doing something.
So those programs like that will help, but basically in the past it's been no incentive because you go $7.25 an hour and you can sit at home and get food stamps.
Right.
If you got children, you can get $240 in TANF a month, temporary aid to dependent families, and you can get a housing stipend and a utility stipend. So, you know, it's why go to McDonald's and work? You can get more by sitting at home.
Wow.
But it seems like that's slowly changing, but it's not going to change the mentality.
Why do you say it's not going to change the mentality?
Because it's just like I was talking to a lot of my kids the other day. We had a group with several of them, and they think that the government just needs to print more money to give them more money. The mentality of entitlement is there, is that this is something the government is supposed to do for people. And it's the perception of the media, the liberal media, that
Is that another one of your kids?
no, that's she's actually she moved here not too long ago, starting over.
Oh, starting
over. Yeah, starting fresh.
Oh.
But anyway, so no, there is the mentality. What I mean by the mentality is it's hard to change it because there's a sense of entitlement. The government is supposed to do this, you know, every time.
Because that's what they're used to.
Right. If everybody cuts something back, you know, the liberal media says it's racist. If you cut out a program, you know, the politicians are scared to cut out programs because they don't want to be considered as racist.
Right.
But you know, most statistics say, and I don't know whether it's true or not, I've never seen most statistics say, you know, that there are actually more Caucasians on programs than there are African Americans. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Oh.
It's the
it's
Midwest.
just
In the Midwest.
yeah, in the Midwest. Okay, but you know, it always gets
Not watching.
when you cut a program, they always say it's racist,
Right.
but it's not. Now, I want to show you an example. I forgot something. Let me show you an example of how things should work.
Okay.
Now, the housing project was set up to be short term and to help people to move on and find housing. Now, there are 4 of these in Greensboro where we're going now. These are USDA HUD. These are HUD housing, Greensboro Housing Authority. Totally different picture. They have a very good manager who is very serious about helping people and keeping safe communities for kids to grow up in. And elderly, and she's very serious about that. So she has a waiting list that's probably maybe 2 years or more long.
Oh, wow.
To get in, because she runs such a strict place. But you can tell the difference between that place and this place when you go in. Here it is. So everybody has to, the yards are cut just like out there by somebody else, but no papers allowed, nothing like that. You get fined, you can get evicted. You know, you have to keep, it's mandatory that you keep your yard looking nice and neat.
And so you're saying this is run well because people here actually work?
Yeah, because people here actually work, and because the manager here actually cares and wants a safe environment and doesn't take any flack. You know, she's serious about inspections. She's serious about, you have to do this, you have to follow the rules. She's just
So what are some of the rules that she does differently than the other?
Like I said, you see, there's no paper out there. You know,
Right,
they have to police their own yards and make sure that they get paper up. You know, you can't just say that, well, somebody else threw that out there. It's in your yard. It's your responsibility.
Yeah.
Basically, she doesn't do anything different. She just follows, you know, federal regulations that are supposed to be followed.
Got it. Okay.
It's about taking ownership of your own area as opposed to blaming everything on someone else.
Exactly.
Got it.
So it's like responsibility. They see repercussions.
And she requires people to be responsible. And a lot of her people do work, and they do move on to buy their own homes, you know, somewhere down the line, which is what the program was intended to do.